Just want it to work, because Luke needs to win.
About 5 or 6 years ago, I hitchhiked here and ended up stuck out in the middle of this place. Climbed up out of the freeway. This little man comes up to me in my pool with our backpacks and about $10 between us. And he goes, "You know where you are? You live in Jungle, baby!"
We are back for round 3 of Time Attack at Brans Hatch. I've actually been out and done warm up, forgot to record anything before, but basically, as you saw in the last video, nothing but issues with the car at Donnington, ended up retiring it out of the final. So we're hoping for a little bit more success this time. In the meantime, we've completely rewired the fuel system, switched to a twin pump setup, independent relays. Elle can get some shots of it to insert. New battery, isolator, an enormous amount of electrical testing, fault finding, and just generally removal of issues in the system. And yet we still have a problem. The problem is loads better than it was at Donnington. So it means that I've just been running it on setting 1, which on E85 is probably the best part of 400 horsepower. And it was just flawless. We came here and did some testing the other day and it was great. I've just looked at the data logs and the fueling's great on that lower power. So I think we've got a little bit of scope to maybe set in 2 or 3. So we're going to try it on the next one up, out on the next round, keep an eye on the fueling through the day. But the key thing today is just get out and drive the car. I couldn't use it at all properly at Donnington, so it's so nice to actually just drive it in anger. I think we were just second in class in warm-up, which is great. There's more on the table for us. Maybe not power-wise, but it was warm-up, so we didn't go too mad through the corners. A couple of little moments here or there, but generally, car feels really good. We're just gonna keep an eye on it through the day, make some tweaks to the suspension, and see what we can do. So we're hoping for a podium place, even though we're on our lowest power setting. And yeah, just fingers crossed for today.
Let's go!
We came in from attack 1. Car was great. I mean, track's stupid hot. I'm melting, but the car just works. Goes around corners, stops, doesn't slide into gravel, and doesn't run lean. So everything's wonderful. Managed to click it up a couple of settings, check the fueling, everything looks good. So everything's great. Just did a little tyre rotation while we're at lunch break now so that we can make sure we're wearing them evenly, because we're not. because of that, which you've probably already got a clip of. So, not ideal, suboptimal, as I like to say. We swapped them around left to right. Hopefully the inside works a lot harder on the other tyre, and we just lean on the outside of this one. Kind of is what it is. I've got spare wheels and tyres at home. I had no room in the van to bring them with me. They looked like there was loads of tread left on this, which there is on the outside. So I think we need to turn the camber down a bit. Anyway, we're going to take it out for the next couple of sessions and just see if we can set a couple of early laps, bring it in without the tyre falling to bits. And if it does, we are where we are. But generally, it's been a great day. This is unfortunate, but there's still a bit of tread on it, so we'll try and set a couple of laps in. So, back in from an exciting time attack 2. It was exciting because we realised just before it started, I'm sure you've already seen this, the tyre had started to delam one of my fronts. So we swapped them round, so it was on the loaded wheel, so we could load up the outside edge. I did a few laps, all reasonable pace. Came back in, checked the pressures, thought, let's try and get another flyer out of it, because we were only a 10th off the Porsche. And I just understeered down into paddock. Yeah, okay, right, we'll call it there and bring it in. Took it to Parc Fermé. Mass understeer down Paddock Hill. Had a look at the tyre and it's around. It's pretty badly delaminated now. So just went and had a word with Dean Riley in a VX220, who's in Classic and Retro this year, but will be my competition in Club 2 Wheel Drive next year. So I owe him a favour already. And he has lent me his spare wheels, which being a Vauxhall are a straight fit. Slightly narrower tyre than we ran before, but we're having that compromise all around. Because I run a 265 on the rear and a 295 on the front. We're putting my rears on the front, and then we're putting Dean's spares on my rear. A, to look after his tyres that he's lent me, and B, so we got a bit more width up the front. But we're going to be dropping overall tread diameter on the car, so overall traction. However, we got 4 tyres, we can get out in the final. So if we can just push on, put a lap together, try and get something in the low 51s if we can. I haven't experimented with this. The one advantage I've got is I seem to have really good fueling. So we might get away with sneaking the power up a little bit in a straight line to make up for that, the corner in overall speed that I'm probably going to lose. I don't know what it's going to be like. Could be exciting. It could be brilliant. We could be finding out I've ran the wrong tyre the whole time. So who knows? Anyway, I'm looking forward to getting out in the final. Thanks again to Dean. You've absolutely saved the day, mate. And yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Send it, you phone. Will do.
Right, so we're in from the final now. What a day today's been. For the final, I had to borrow tyres from Dean Riley, which are his old tyres. Turns out they were 4 years old that he'd had stamped by Tegawa. So then put those on the rear, put my rears, which are 265, on the front, because I didn't want to burn off his tyres. And I normally run a 295, so we have dropped a bit of front width on the tyre. Other than that, everything fits, so we're just going to go out, see what we can do, set a time. We've been P3 all day, so we're just going to try and maintain that into the final and get on the podium. In the end, we did a little bit better than that.
And today's Club 2-wheel drive winner, Luke Capel.
Cheers, buddy. Thank you. Finally managed to beat Johnny at Brans. Took a while. It took too long. Not next time.
Well done, mate. Well done, mate.
So after a dramatic couple of laps, including a large off into the gravel, we've managed to come away with some silverware, a lovely number 1. This I was not expecting. The whole day, we have been the 3rd place car. Somehow, we managed to hit that optimal I was doing earlier and do a 51 flat with an optimal of 50.1 on my best lap. 2 laps after I did that 50 flat, I was 3 or 4 temps up in one place and got blocked, and then 4 temps up on the last corner on the last lap, which will be in this video, where I just was like, no, I want this 4 temps. I'm staying on it. And I just understeered into the gravel, drove through the gravel, and thought, that's enough for the day. We'll bring it into the pits. Which was near the end of the session anyway. And I came back in after going to Parc Ferme and I'd secured P1, which is mega. It's the first P1 this car has actually done since Anglesey. The car's worked great all day, everything's been brilliant. This tyre D-lam was our biggest issue. Dial off a bit of camber before the next round. Looks like we've resolved the fueling issue now, but I'm gonna speak to Ash to confirm something first. And generally, we're just going to order some new tyres and just hit the next round. We might even try a different setup because that narrower setup made the car a bit more compliant through some of the corners. So we've got some thoughts, we've got some data to review, but we got some new silverware, first P1 in over a year, finally managed to get back somewhere in competition. So we're back in with a chance at a championship now. Because if this round didn't go my way, that was it. So yeah, so happy, honestly. It's great when it all comes together. Thanks so much to Dean Riley for giving me the tyres. Midnight Motorsport, fucking getting the car sorted. Ash for the enormous amount of time he has spent redoing things, some of which may well have not needed doing. Everyone, filming, Annie, congratulations on her P1, and everyone that came round and helped out today. Couldn't have done it without you. Really looking forward to round 4 at Snetterton. So let's go, and we'll see you there. Let's take this championship.